What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Elite Mob podcast. Today we got some breaking ass news for y'all. I know a lot of people are not gonna like this. We're gonna come up with receipts, facts. We're gonna have pictures. We got our resident sports, two of our resident sports guys. We also got our brothers from the Elite Mob podcast, which one of them is our resident sports guy. So Ant up at the top right. Took bottom left, turnbuckle TG bottom right. How's everyone doing?
Doing good. My cat wants to say some things too.
Okay, listen, if he needs to jump in, let him jump in, he or she. I'm not sure. I don't want to mess with the pronouns.
It's a he.
All right, so if he wants to jump in, he could jump in. Now, let's dive right into this. As we know, ESPN had a breaking deal with the WWE. Who got the numbers in front of them, what they're paying them yearly?
I think it was like 235 million a year. I don't remember right off the top of my head.
Don't worry. We know it's a big bag. So
I'm looking it up right now.
all right.
My Grok has a long history of chat there, so I had to scroll back.
Goddamn Grok. And just to clarify for everybody watching, the deal isn't the breaking news. This is part of it. We just need to make sure we have facts.
Yeah, 325.
Oh, damn, 325. So they're getting 325. Well, they gave 325 million a year from ESPN to WWE. It's a 5-year deal. Is that correct?
Yeah, 5 years for its PLEs.
All right, and then
valued at 1.6 billion that begins in 26.
all right, and then potentially the library may be coming in, but that hasn't been confirmed yet, so we'll leave that in mind. Now, obviously, we know ESPN invested a huge amount of money, expecting a big return. WWE is obviously the number one, as far as revenue, the number one wrestling company in the world. Other things can be for debate, but we're not here for that. As far as revenue, they are bringing in the most money. So we know ESPN's expecting a big bag there. Now, this leads to the actual breaking news. For anybody that don't know, I know everybody that watches wrestling isn't technically a sports fanatic, and you may not know the in and outs or however the NFL or baseball or these other things work. Now, the way the NFL works is when the NFL makes money, it's broken down in between the teams. I'm gonna have Ant break that down for everybody in a second. The reason why I bring that up is the NFL actually is ESPN now. They're not half owners, but they're still owners. They own 10% in full equity, share stake. So every $1 out of $10 is going to them. Every 10 out of $100 would be going to them. And your revenue wise, from whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter what show. It doesn't really necessarily matter the show. Now, with that being said, and given the structure of the NFL, like how the funds get distributed as far as when they're paid through media deals.
Yeah, so there's three ways the NFL teams make money. You have the national revenue, local. Two ways: national and local. The national revenue, which is split up between like their TV rights deals,
Yeah,
and stuff like that, and social media and things like that. They break that up evenly between the 32 teams. So, like for example, in 2024, the NFL made $22 billion. So they split that $22 billion between the 32 teams, and then locally, the teams make it themselves. That's based off like stadium ticket sales, concessions, food, beverage, parking, merchandise, things like that. So
correct.
basically, the NFL, they just split up all the money equally between the 32 teams.
They're basically a dysfunctional family, but at the end of the
Yeah.
day, they break bread. So
Just for the record, 22 billion is a big number.
yes, a very,
Yes.
very big number. And this is why every NFL owner, it's like no matter how bad the team is, if you look at their net worth year to year, it's like, whoa. That's why some teams don't even really care about winning, but that's another discussion. They're going to make billions of dollars regardless, right? So with that being said, we bring that up to bring this. with 10% equity being owned by the NFL, that means basically any intellectual properties ESPN is running, anything ESPN is making, basically, like I said, every $100 they make, $10 is going to be the NFL because they're 10% owner. I'm just doing easy numbers here, right? So, with that being said, they struck the deal. They own 10% of ESPN. WWE fit in the air, WrestlePalooza on ESPN. Right now, just saying right now, I don't believe in a couple of weeks this would be an issue, but right now, it looks like there's a lot of people that may need to possibly upgrade their subscription if they had YouTube TV, and I believe there's one other sub. If that deal's not struck within the next, time's counting now. There's gonna be a ton of people that is gonna go out and pay $39.99 or $29, whatever the pay-per-view ends up being. That's direct ESPN revenue, right? Now, this is what I mean. That's money ESPN makes, right? In situations like that, or going forward, if whether they upgrade their subscription $20 and it makes ESPN annual revenue on X amount of subscriptions because people want to watch the WWE, the ratings it brings in, being on a nice scale, I would say this: $325 a year at minimum, and it doesn't mean this will happen because remember, deals that you expect to happen don't always work that way. I'm saying that at least expected to make double. Would you guys agree on that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Like from going into it, that would be their overall outlook. So with that being said, and that's to be seen. It could be a lot lower, it could be a lot higher, right? But ESPN will be making money off the WWE, correct? This is fair to say? All right.
I mean, in theory, yeah.
Now, once again, the NFL construct of 32 teams. This may be a hard pill to swallow for some people, right? And this isn't a tribalistic jab at anybody. What this is for people that believe that a company owned by someone with about $6 billion, and we're not talking about his dad, we're talking about Tony, right? With an owner worth about $6 billion, it might be give or take a little bit more right now, maybe a couple dollars less, but roughly, right? For the people that think that this company is going out of business because they're die-hard WWE fans, these are the people I'm talking about, not the people in the middle, not the people making money, and some of them are grifters, but this is for just those loose lunatics that don't live in the real world and can't figure out real things, right? The WWE on ESPN will be making Shad Khan and the Jacksonville Jaguars money, which, people can apply this to however they want. People say that Tony's dad funds everything. So if you're one of those people that believes that, I guess in retrospect, it's his dad. You could kind of say WWE is making AEW money, even though it's
Hell yeah, they are.
But that's in essence, it's kind of what they're doing. They're gonna make Tony's dad money, which, if I had to take a guess who Shad Khan's beneficiary was, I'd probably have a good idea. So any money that Shad makes, I feel like Tony's making, regardless how you want to spin it. It's of the same web. So for the people that think that AEW's dying, I guess when they decide to announce it, if we didn't spill the beans, it's time to realize that y'all making these fellas money. So you gonna buy these WWE pay-per-views, Shad and them are gonna promote it. It benefits the NFL for WWE to do good. Could be why the pay-per-view was moved. Head-to-head, NFL versus NFL might not make sense. Might be kind of a conflict of interest. But I want to pull up a few of these photos. I'm going to send this around the room. I'm going to start with you, Took, so we'll go down, over the turnbuckle, up. I want to hear anything you guys want to say, obviously, as far as what I've said. And then we'll get to the pitches and any questions. We'll break them down, and we'll get back to reading some more receipts for people. But let's give you the floor, Took. What do you got to say about this? Because I know you're probably one of the most attacked AEW supporters online. You're definitely is an
I'm gonna have a
AEW.
blast with this. Oh yeah,
Let's
I got receipts for days.
give it
I
to
got
him.
receipts for days, man.
Give it to him.
And yeah, I mean, yeah, this is gonna shut down the whole AEW dying. It was never dying anyway, I don't think, but it's definitely a big deal for AEW too that ESPN did this, and that's going to the NFL eventually will benefit AEW in a way.
Yeah.
So yeah,
For sure.
I'm just ready. Kind of more. I guess I'm more prepared for the aftermath of this video.
Yeah.
But because I got to prepare myself for that. But yeah, I've got one of the most hated pro AEW accounts out there on X right now. So
Bro, if your people keep screenshotting me in their pictures, it's gonna be a war. We're going on like Jake Paul. I don't know what's going on with this shit.
yeah. Oh no, they'll do that over and over again, but they'll never do anything. And I'm not enticing that either. I don't want anybody to actually take action against somebody's opinion on wrestling online. So,
Yeah, that's crazy.
but yeah, it is crazy. I've had death threats before about stuff like this. So I mean,
Listen,
it is what it is. But I'm ready. I'm ready.
so
So I'm
you
ready.
just like Jon Snow. You got the sword and you see the 1,000
Yeah.
people, 2,000 people running, and you just standing there. You
Yeah,
just ready.
it's just me by myself, pretty much. That's how it feels like sometimes. But no, some of my boys do come in there like back me up sometimes. But I never expect that because I always hold my own very well. I mean, if y'all see any of my threads where I'm beefing with somebody, I always get like the last good words, and I always cook them. So
I usually
that's why
just
they
say
call me Cook the Cook.
mute motherfuckers. That
Hell
like
yeah.
I don't even like over the bullshit. But
Yeah. I'm just yeah.
go ahead.
I was just gonna. The last thing I want to say is I'm ready for those e-drone tears, man, coming my way.
Hey,
They're gonna take.
we're gonna be unanimous liars in the morning, no matter who confirms it.
Oh yeah.
ESPN.
Even though we got evidence and everything and facts, they're gonna say whatever they can to bring us down. So
I waited as long as I could because I wanted certain people to run through it, and I'll tag them once I drop the video. I won't expose them yet, but it's been verified before the video. We didn't just dive in on some knucklehead shit. But Buckle, what do you got to get out? What? Can you hear him?
Sorry. I clicked my button by accident. The death threats thing, that's too much, man. That's they need to go touch grass. It's not that serious. It's real. Second, I was not aware of until a little while ago the numbers that were getting sent over to the NFL from ESPN.
Yeah.
From these media rights deals. And if that number is any reflection of what they were making before on any previous media rights deal, I don't understand why it's taking so long for Jacksonville to get upgrades on their stadium. Why they had to go through all these meetings, all this bullshit with the city. Like, just take, you know what I mean? Take
Jacksonville. It's got the actual place, Jacksonville. They got to find.
What I'm saying. Like, we getting cooked out there at the day games. Every game we gets 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm fair-haired. Me and the son don't get along. I come back and I'm looking like Mr. Krabs when it's over. I don't want to go out to day games. You know what I mean? Unless it's December, I'll go to that.
Shad went from 8 to 12. I'm sure he'd fix it if he could. They need some signatures.
Yeah, I know they were working on it, and there was like a bunch in the local news media about all that stuff when it was going down. And one of the reporters said something, and old boy got a little chirpy. He was like, "Hey, bro, are you making that decision?" He was like, "No." He's like, "All right, then don't worry about it." I said, "Damn, get him." No, yeah, he was clapping at him hard there for a minute, but yeah, about all this, like, yeah, I think them getting a deal with ESPN is great. I think it's great for the industry as a whole because it's going to bring eyes that I would assume wouldn't normally watch it if they're watching ESPN, and then whatever, you're sitting in a bar and you see highlights from John Cena's match or this match or whatever. It's going to boost popularity of the product overall, which in turn I think there's a bunch of curious people out there, and if you see one, oh, what is this? Wrestling? Oh, cool. Oh, there's more of this. What else is this? What company is this? I think in general it's going to help everybody, especially the indie scene. I think it could help them. That's just thinking broad scope of everything. But in regards to the NFL and everything, send the money to Jacksonville. We could use it. You know what I mean?
Yo, listen, the Khans need a new stadium. They need a new one, man.
Well, yeah, they've got the renovations going, or I think they've already started or about to start or something, but they're going to be done, I think, in 28. So, from what I've seen, it looks like it's going to be amazing. So, send all that media rights money this way.
Yeah, they got.
It's gonna have a lazy river.
For sure,
Oh,
they got
man,
the
that'd
money.
be awesome, man. I mean, we've got 2 swimming pools now, and I just found out because I'm in that industry, but they drain those pools after every game, and then refill them and balance everything before the game. From what I understand, now this is hearsay from somebody else, but yeah, I was like, oh, I want to be their pool guy. You know what I mean? They were like, no, they drain those. I was like, oh, bummer.
So no hope, man. No hope.
It makes sense though. I mean, how many drinks, chicken wings, nachos, and pretzels, all that stuff gets dropped in there. You know what I mean? Like the water's probably gunky at the end of it.
They probably got drunk people pissing in there too.
That too. You know, I'm putting up
100%. There's drunk people pissing.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah.
Have you met a Jaguars fan?
Damn.
I don't piss in the water, but I'm sure there's somebody out there that does.
So leave that for the ocean. Wait, don't do that neither.
But you better not accuse them of that. I mean, last time one of them players jumped up in the stands, they got tossed out real quick. That was a Seattle game. That was some good fun to watch there.
Yeah, not a smart decision to jump in the crowd out there. It is what people snatch gators out there. They got no problem snatching.
Yeah, the Florida man is a real thing, but there's just so many Florida mans. They're just running amok around this place, dude. It's crazy everywhere you look.
Said the gators are in danger dealing with them.
Well, my son ran up to me the other day, had a whole lizard in his hand, and was like, "Hey, look at this thing!" I was like, "Oh, hey, where'd you get that?"
Yeah, I don't know why people run around grabbing lizards' paws, but they do
especially it. Down here, like some of them might eat you. You know what I mean? Some of them bite back.
Yeah.
For real.
All that, I still miss living in Florida too, man. One day I'm gonna get my ass back there.
Yeah, I won't lie, me and you both.
When I first moved here, it wasn't bad. You know, the biggest thing, like the mythical Florida panther was around, and then that was, the snakes. Watch out for the snakes and gators. Everybody knew that. But the longer I've been here, there's some sort of Florida black bear, the panther, the gators, the 25-foot pythons. Like, it's a war down here every day.
in the Everglades like all the time.
Yeah.
Giggity.
The Everglades is that's a whole nother. There's more than just wild animals out there, though. I promise you that.
Yeah, don't go there. Now,
I'll get you a couple snappers.
Turtles.
Offline, I'll have to send you something that I found about a Florida story some guys found about an abandoned place they walked up on. So I'll have to send it.
Don't do that. But as far as you and are you seeing any discrepancies on my trickle down effect of where this money is going from ESPN?
No, not really. I mean, again, whatever money ESPN makes every year, that's 10%. 10% that goes to the NFL. So in theory, like you said, the Khans make a percentage of that money. So in a way, theoretically, like the AEW will make money off WWE.
Yeah. All right. So this sounds like annual security for the people that say AEW is dying. Not saying it goes to AEW, but I'm also not saying he don't cut Tony a check for what he makes off of them. I don't know how that works. We'll see how.
Even if it doesn't go to AEW, like they're still making money off of the competition.
For sure, 100%.
I think this deal, like in a way, like this deal is like a power play for the NFL because they're making money. They're technically making money off of all the sports leagues now.
To do nothing. Now they think about what their annual put in for NFL Network versus put back. I have no idea, but now they don't got to put no money in. It's all money out. That's where you want to be at.
Yeah.
So let's pull a few things up for the people that's going to be watching, and I want them to go out and Google their answers. I mean, Google the questions, get the answers for themselves. But I am going to pull these pictures up, and I want to make sure I clarify one thing because I know this is going to be the go-to, and we talked about this. They're making no money. They made no money off of the actual deal itself. So when ESPN went out and they put their money in for the 5-year deal and they took the media rights there, the NFL they had no parts of it. They weren't even part of ESPN at that time. So on the actual deal, the WWE got the bag from the ESPN. That has nothing to do with the NFL. The NFL took 10% owner stake after. So it's about making money off of them going forward, whether it's pay-per-views, big ticket subscribers, whatever it is that generates a dollar. This is what the NFL would be looking towards as far as what the WWE is bringing to them. Now, as far as what I'm going to pull up first, objective one. This is kind of blocking probably half of people's faces. Actually, it looks like it's just buckles. So there you go. You're back on your home improvement shit. Let me get up in there. Let me get Two-Face. All right, but what this is, right, is the breakdown of NFL teams' profits from the league's TV deals with ESPN. Read a little bit of it. Basically, because media rights revenue is shared equally amongst 32 teams, the NFL robust revenue sharing model ensures that even teams in smaller markets receive a significant portion of the league's national revenue. That basically means that even if you're in Cleveland, they're not going to short stick you because the other team's in LA or whatever the case may be. Now, national revenue pool obviously has the NFL negotiates massive national media rights deals with networks like ESPN, which obviously involves the WWE. 10% is now owned by the NFL. CBS, Fox, NBC, Amazon, etc. That's not even all their partners. But the money from these contracts, along with league-wide revenue from sponsorships, licensing, goes into a large national pool, even distribution. The total amount in that league, like Ant said before, it could be $50 billion or $22 billion. It's going to get broken down between all 32 teams. Teams reported a record for each team last year, $432 million each from this shared revenue. That's just, so whether you're the worst team in the NFL, the best team in the NFL, you got the same amount of money. The equal distribution is a core feature of the NFL's business model, which aims to create financial stability and competitive balance across the league, regardless of the team's woes, we'll just say. Now, the next thing I pull up is what they own. If you want to type this in, what I asked is, does the NFL own part of ESPN? That's the question. So if you want to put it in, you get the same answer. Yes, the National Football League will own 10% equity stake in ESPN as a part of the major media assets deal announced in August 2025. ESPN acquires the whole NFL network, which includes Red Zone, a bunch of other things. In this trade, the current owners of ESPN, Walt Disney, Hearst, which a lot of people are vetoing nowadays. That not me, I ain't gonna lie, I still have it, but it is being vetoed. A decrease to accommodate the NFL's new 10% ownership. This arrangement is a landmark event, marking the first time a major sports league will partially own. This isn't a rental. This isn't, a passover. This is own 10%. So own a broadcast partner that actually airs them. It's a complete chess move by the NFL. The agreement is expected to be approved and aims to create a premier destination for football fans, integrated NFL content into ESPN's offerings, including their upcoming direct-to-consumer, which is probably why you see a lot of ESPN people getting fired. You're probably not going to need them soon. Some of them leaving, they're probably because they're not getting the money they want. But the stake was in exchange for NFL Network. You already know what they got in it. Now, increased value of ESPN with the WWE deal. It adds premium live events, WrestleMania starting in 2026. It's intended to drive new subscribers, obviously new money really is what you're saying there. the ESPN streaming service. The more subscribers ESPN attracts with content from WWE and obviously goes to other sports, the more value the company becomes, increasing the value of NFL's equity share, which means WWE is making ESPN more valuable, which is paying the NFL more money. So the NFL, from that stake, I mean, even the Khans kind of want them to be successful, which once again could be why they didn't want to take viewership from their pay-per-view, because they want it to get good. They're not making money off of this one yet. I don't believe the deal's struck in yet. But the
It
just
doesn't kick in until next season.
yeah, but the just is you don't want them to do bad because you're taking viewers from them is kind of what I'm getting at. Now, with the financial stake in ESPN, the NFL is incentive to promote new streaming services across their own media channels, which I'm sure you'll see the NFL promoting the WWE soon because they're gonna want money off of them. Now, channels, events, programs, etc. Now, the last thing I'm gonna pull up, which would be the direct question. Is the NFL expected to profit from the WWE? Put the question in, get your answer, do your fact checking. I'm showing you the pitches. You can obviously fact check them, do the same homework I did. Now, the NFL is expected to profit from the WWE moving to ESPN because the NFL will receive 10% equity stake in ESPN as a part of its own landmark deal with the network. The NFL financial interest in ESPN's success means the league will benefit from any growth in ESPN's new streaming service, which will be boosted by the addition of WWE content, which means kind of sounds like direct money to me. But as far as the Jaguars and the NFL. Now, the August 2025 announcement details separate but related deals between ESPN and the NFL, all designed to strengthen ESPN's new direct-to-customer DTC streaming service, which is the one people may need to upgrade to, where a little bit of confusion is coming in. How the NFL will profit, though. Directly, it's helping you for the people that need to watch it, not y'all. Let's get to it. It splits the two deals, but how the NFL, which includes the Jaguars and the Patriots and whatever team you like, how they will profit. The NFL is acquiring 10% stake in ESPN exchange for its NFL Network, NFL Fantasy, and Red Zone assets. It gives the league a direct long-term financial interest to promote WWE, which would be the end of the sentence. And I screenshotted it short, but you can Google it. It's up there. That's the ending of the sentence. Now, getting that off of there, that's not math, but I guess it's common knowledge 101 for dummies. Everything anything you need to know about the WWE and ESPN making money for the NFL, or the NFL wanting the WWE to be successful on ESPN because now they have equity in it, is all right there for you. Head-to-head pay-per-views, taking money from ESPN when going forward, that's your money too. Not sure it's a good idea, and that's a theory. I don't know if that's why they moved the pay-per-view, but I think that's more likely a reason than them being scared. Like, I don't look at these two cards and think that All Out had to be worried by WrestlePalooza. 13 matches versus 5. Wrestling quality. I know there's, the Cena and Lesnar. There's stuff going on there that maybe people do want to see, but I don't think this would have affected the average buy rate, which is like $1.20 for AEW. So I don't see that as a factor. As far as what I'm showing, is there anything anybody wants to say? Throw your disputes out. Let's go. Let's challenge it. Is there anything anybody sees that's discrepancies? Do you see anything that's been manipulated?
I see. Well, I mean, I kind of agree with you. I think it wasn't maybe so much a point of competition, but more like it was moved to benefit the amount of viewers that they could get. Because like we talked about, so far in week 2 of the NFL this season, they're up to 20.7 million viewers for average games or whatever. So if they are trying to maximize viewership for a new program that they're bringing in, or a new, WWE into the fold, why would you put them up against something is going to draw 20 million eyes? move it earlier on so that you're going to get the eyes before those events happen.
Yeah.
Especially with college football happening on Saturdays or NFL happening on Sundays. I know if 20 million people are watching NFL, there's got to be double that watching college football.
Yeah, and I think from the beginning of it, I think it's been kind of clarified, maybe not fully said, but AEW don't go against the NFL. They don't.
No.
No, they've always changed their shows against NBA and all that other kind of stuff because they already know they're not going to get the amount of eyes.
Why do you go against your family bag? Like, that's the secure bag. This is the
now both their bags are getting bigger.
Yeah, for sure. But
thanks to the WWE.
But for sure. But if you look at it like this, NFL families are NFL families. So they're an NFL family that had a wrestling fan in it that took out whatever amount he took out. And he's such a fan of wrestling, he started a wrestling company. But I don't believe they would put that against the family business. You see, so I think that's why he always stayed out the family business's way. And I think now ESPN is part of the family business, whether people like it or not. Like the NFL and the ESPN are now partners. Not they show their content, they're partners. So in essence, putting something up against your money. I know he does it sometimes, AEW versus Ring of Honor and things like that, but the NFL, he's never showed us he's willing to do that, and I don't expect it to happen.
No.
Well, something else one of you guys brought up was the AEW dying and people talking about that. I don't know if people understand this, but a million seconds, like most people think, oh, I win the lottery, I'm a millionaire, I don't ever have to worry about money again. And that may be true. But a million seconds is only like 11 days.
Yeah.
A billion seconds is 32 years. And that dude has over $1 billion. So that dude alone has over $1 billion. AEW is never going anywhere. As long as it's a passion project for him, it's gonna be there. That dude's got more money than most people will ever dream of. So it's not going anywhere. Just the whole notion of that's just kind of preposterous.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to that's wishful thinking for people that really want it to go away. But he would have to really just give up. And I don't even think that would end AEW. Like he probably at that point
he'd just sell it off, but he's too passionate for that. I don't ever see him walking away from it.
I think that could be the point where he says, all right, F it, I'll bring in some writers. I don't want to write no more. But I don't
we haven't even gotten there yet. Yeah,
but because what he's invested in, I think the family he's drawn through those wrestlers, I don't think he'd ever say, pack it up, I'm ending it. I think he probably would just be like, Brian, you're right, and I had enough.
Yeah.
Something like along
this kind of end up being truthful, I think.
Yeah. Maybe it's Jericho. I don't know. Bottom line is, I feel like he would just pick whoever's his favorite and be like, look it. Just take the shit, man. Just write it. I'm fed up. I'm gonna do my analytics, but I don't think he would flip the logo on his back and say I'm done. I just don't think that's in him.
I could see him dropping his duties over with the football club or the soccer club, I guess in this reference because he's got two different football clubs, but I could see him dropping that and then possibly as time went on, I don't know what would go on with the Jaguars, but as time went on, I don't feel like AEW is ever going anywhere from him because he's loved it since he was a kid. It'll always be there for him. And a quick Google search will show you that he has enough money that it's never going anywhere. Yes. That's not family money. That's his money. Yeah. His family also has money, but
10 times the amount.
10 times the amount of money. Yeah.
No money and ask one of his family members for $1 billion and probably get it. I don't know why people think this is a bad thing. Can I get that benefit? Like shit, you know what I'm saying? But one thing, and I want to get out here because you're a numbers guy. I know that if you've never watched Mike and Ant Sports Talk, get on there. He breaks down all types of numbers all the time. This is what he does, right? You've seen the pictures up. I've actually sent everybody this, so you've got to look through a lot of it. You challenged it a few times. You showed the things about the deal, so we didn't yes man anything. I want to know, and I'm not asking you how much is going to be made because nobody's going to know that for a long time. But did you all the pitches went up. Any discrepancies between what I'm saying and what I'm showing?
Nah, I mean, I did find one, but then like we clarified it that yeah, they're not going to make money off the deal itself, but it's just the equity. So whatever they make off of these PLEs, that profits 10% of that goes to NFL.
Yeah. Along with 10% of whatever show they decide to air Monday through Sunday or Sunday through Monday, whichever way you got to say it. I want to ask Took one thing. And then I want anybody to chime in anything they need to say. I mean, I feel like we've done enough to hurt enough feelings without even going bad. This is gonna hurt feelings, and I do want to be challenged. I want to be challenged on this and clarify things and make sure people understand that this is just true. It is what it is. But because you get attacked so much, and I would say that you're the resident AEW guy right here. Even though we're all three of us right here are the Elite Mob Podcast, you are the resident AEW guy, right? What do you have to say to the people? I'm not gonna have you go over things I said to you or the things you argue about. And I know you troll with the ratings a lot. Now you actually, this is something where, I mean, this should hurt a lot more than max ratings that people believe may or may not exist. So,
hell yeah.
What do you got to say?
Yeah, you're talking about something that didn't really matter in the first place, which was the viewership. Because, I mean, you're never going to 100% know their viewership numbers. I mean, you got all it's shown all over the world. You got all these different streaming platforms that show it. And you're never going to know the exact number week to week unless HBO puts out something or, but even then, it's still not every stream view. So, like I said, it's probably you figured something like this would probably shut a lot of people up, but it's not. A lot of people come after me for this, but I'm ready for it. I ain't playing no victim. I got receipts for fit. I got good words to spread, dude.
So I sleep in a suit of armor. I stay ready. Always ready for battle.
Quick thing has nothing to do with this, but the Miami Dolphins are putting up a fucking fight.
Are they really right now?
Trying to save Mike McDaniel's job.
Yeah, it's not saving his job. I thought he would get smoked to get fired today. Maybe he lasts another week.
That last press conference he gave, it looked like he worked for Cleveland. You know what I mean? He looked like Baker Mayfield, Cleveland.
Yo, bro, I told you that. I thought that he was getting fired the next day. I thought that was like the podium press conference the day before you get fired. You can't lose by losing. You can't win by losing. You can't lose by losing. And we what? I can't even quote what he said. It was so dumb. Put it like that. It
just felt like it was him being him, though.
Yo, he might as well just picked his nose while he was saying that. It just would have fit better. But with that being said, we're gonna drop this, and I'm gonna say a few things. We want to be challenged. We want you to Google. Don't jump on this post talking out your ass. Find something, anything that could prove us wrong. If not, it is what it is. I do feel like there's podcasters that are well connected that have this story, and we may be effing them right now because they might have thought they had a nuke wave and thought nobody was smart enough to catch it. But unfortunately, we caught it a couple of weeks ago.
That's why I wanted to drop this as soon as possible.
Yeah, I know. And you would think somebody would have dropped it because we've been sitting on it for a couple of weeks. But with that being said, pitches are up, receipts are up. No one's saying WWE is dying. We're telling you that they're going to do very well on ESPN. And not only the Jacksonville Jaguars, but Tony probably wants them to do good on that channel. It probably helped them in the long run. 10% of WWE revenue. I mean, I don't know what that is, but it sounds pretty good to me. So, with that being said, does anybody want to say anything before we get out of here and drop this to the internet world?
I'll just say, just check out
I'm just
Mike
ready
and
for
Ant.
it to go
Well,
on.
yeah, you ready? Well? How much time's left in the game?
I think it just ended.
What the score end?
It's 31-21.
Damn, good thing I didn't bet. They didn't cover the spread. I obviously knew Bills were gonna win. That's just rough. Dolphins fought though. Last time I looked, it was like 21-21. Who scored last?
The Bills scored the last 10 points.
No, but who scored the last touchdown?
Oh, I don't even know.
Well, put it like this. We'll figure that out. We're about to load up on Mike and Ant. If yous are up, any of y'all want to jump on it and recap the game with us, you're more than welcome. If not, at least shoot us that thumbs up. We're going to need that to jump in the algorithm. But I'm going to drop this at midnight. Tell the group chat to be ready.
Oh, I do got one thing. I just want to give a shout out to Mikey Ruckus for Haterade Volume 2. It was fire. Still fire.
Shout out to Mike.
Think about it all the time.
Shout out to Mikey Ruckus Transformer Collection. How about that?
Bro, there's some Transformers in that Haterade.
Yo, Jesus Christ, man. Mikey Ruckus told me that one time. Yeah, not to me, but in one of his videos, he said that for Christmas, he had all the little Ruckuses around, all the family little kids. And he brought him upstairs to show him the Transformer collection. And he was like, let me know which one, and I'll take it apart and put it together. And he said he looked at this one that he's never done. And he was like, I hope they don't pick that one. And they picked that one. Go watch that video. It's fucking hilarious. He has every transform in the world.
He does.
Yeah, he literally has everyone in the world. He has ones I don't even think. He has bootleg ones. He has so many. But
Well, Mike, you let me know as soon as I can start trolling, okay?
Listen, we're gonna drop it. Set it for midnight. Right when it drops at midnight, go hot.
I didn't know you ever stopped trolling.
I know, right? But let the group chat know. Haymaker incoming at midnight Eastern time, so about 45 minutes away. Let's go, fellas.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure talking to you guys.
Right.
And I'm sorry if I made you one of the most hatest men in America, but let's see how it goes.
Martin there, bro.
Yes, sir. Stay on it.
Hey, just give me about 20 minutes. About to eat real quick.
Oh, enough said. Text me then. All right, fellas.
All right.
Later.
See you, everybody.